My bad. Didn't even realize my mic was muted. But welcome back, Redzone In the Lab podcast. That's RITL, also pronounced Riddle. I am Deuce. That's DEUCE. And joining us today is Lou Holder, broadcast journalist, Emmy Award winner. He's also a broadcast talent for HBCU TV Go. He also the host of the Holder Hangout Commanders Beat Report. He's joining us today. We're going to talk about Terry, of course. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about some standout players so far at training camp. I think 2 weeks in, I think? Yeah, like 2 weeks in. I think day 8 was yesterday, I believe. I think they was off today. We're going to talk about RFK. We're going to talk about culture, leadership. We're going to talk about all that good stuff, man, when Lou steps in the building. But right after this, man, Lou is in the building, just backstage. So once he gets up here, like he missed the intro. Like I gave a superb intro, Lou. Gave all the accolades. Right after this, we're gonna have Lou in the building, y'all. I didn't make it true, playing by the rules. I come apart, baby, but never cool. I didn't make it true, playing by the rules. I come apart, baby, but never cool. Man, we've been waiting a long time for this, baby. Redzone In the Lab. Commanders. It's time. Let's get it, homie. Lou Holder, thank you so much for joining me once again in the lab. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. It's good to be on. It's been too long, man.
Yeah, been too long. Been too long.
Don't stay away from me that long too much.
We definitely got HBCUs in the building. Let's get, first of all, how have you been, Lou, since the last time we chopped it up?
Oh, man. Personally, I'm good. Career-wise, I'm great, man, because I'm now getting a chance to cover football and not foolishness. For 23 seasons, that's I got here in 2002 to the Washington, D.C. area. It was Steve Spurrier's first year. Patrick Ramsey was the quarterback, and he held out. They took a trip to Osaka, Japan, and that was Darryl Green's last year. Darryl Green's last year, and that was my first year covering the team. And every year there's been some type of drama and foolishness, mostly from the front office. But, you know, we've had ups, we've had downs. This is the most excited I've been about a football season in a long, long time, because finally talent, culture, and people have all come together. And it actually and the league sees it. The league sees they're just not going to put you on television that much, and they're not going to be in the building like every day at training camp the way they are if they did not think that this team was legit. And let's face it, the league has wanted Washington to be back so badly. I mean, Washington is good for football. It's good for the NFL. Which is why the draft is coming here, which is why so many things. I mean, we just had – I'm just going to say we had bad ownership. I mean, it was just it was really, really bad. It was not – it just didn't make any sense. I mean, I love Sean Taylor. But there's no way in the world his number should be retired before Art Monk and John Riggins. And I don't fault Jason Campbell, and I don't even fault Terry McLaurin. But number 17 should have not even been a chance to be issued to those individuals. Although it's not officially retired, no one should be wearing Doug Williams' number. So, I mean, it was just calamity of errors, things that you just were like, what?
Yeah.
The statue that they made for Sean that looked like he was some kind of mannequin. I mean, it was just bad all the way around.
All the way around.
The FBI raiding your building. I mean, it was just
Oh, I forgot
bad,
all about that.
bad. Albert Hainsworth lying down on the ground. I mean, it was just bad, 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 bad. And I had to cover all of that, right?
Yeah.
If the only thing I'm covering is a football impasse between a player and management that is happening all
Let's
over
go.
the NFL, look at Dallas, look at Cincinnati. I mean, this is part of free agency. It's part of negotiation. If that's the only thing that we're actually dealing with in the Washington, D.C. area versus what we've been dealing with over the last 2 decades, I'm good, bro. Bro, I'm good. I'm real good, man. I'm real good. Going out to training camp, I'm actually covering storylines and things that actually are not dumb stuff you got to chase, but actually stuff that other reporters and other people that have football teams in other cities, this is what they do every single year. So I have to get used to covering, I have to get used to covering football and not foolishness.
And that goes for like fans too. Right. This is why it's so much like, oh, what is happening with Turk? Because like we're not used to this. Like we're not used to this type of thing being the forefront of what's going on with our team. But other teams in past, good teams deal with this all the time. It's nothing new, but it's new to us because we're not used to this being the news for us.
Correct. And it's just going to continue to happen. The fact that all the assistant coaches came back, that's not happening again next year. I mean, it's just the fact that everybody has come back. I mean, it's just a good ride. It's a good ride, and it's a unique ride. I've told people before, I don't think the NFL has ever experienced a brand new owner getting to pick his own GM, and that GM getting to pick his own head coach, and that head coach getting to pick his own offensive coordinator, and everybody, all those people were on board with the number 2 pick in the draft, and he just happens to be spectacular and win Rookie of the Year. I don't think that's ever happened. So usually there's somebody who's already there, and there's culture differences. Everybody came.
Everything is brand new.
Adam Peters, Dan Quinn,
Josh Harris too.
Barry, all of them have come in around the same time, and they're all building something new together and not separate from one another.
And like we can start right there with the culture and leadership. Like I always believe, especially dealing with football, like if the building is set, if the building has a vision, if the building is intact, then that helps, that contributes to the on-field stuff, right? Like the business has to be set, has to have some type of vision in order for the on-field stuff to work. And that's kind of like what we're seeing now. So Lou, how would you look at the vision of the ownership in the building, the executive, and how's that translating to the field? How would you look at that as a whole?
I mean, it's been great. It's been great. I mean, the first year, remember, they got this team like a month or 2 months before the season 2 years ago. So, usually when you go into a house, right? I mean, basically they were doing an inspection for the first year, like, yo, this is bad. Yeah. I mean, they had to clean up a whole bunch of stuff. Now you start getting accessories for the house and things of that nature. I mean, it's just a building of a culture. And it all started with Josh. Josh went out and said, I'm going to get one of the best people, the person that everybody wanted, which was Adam Peters, who to me has been the MVP because we've always wanted somebody like that. We've wanted an Adam Peters long before we wanted a Terry McLaurin. And so we want this franchise to be set up and be thought of as legit across the league. I just remember there was this exchange between Howie Roseman and Adam Peters where he wanted to make a deal with Adam Peters on draft day for something, right? And Adam Peters said, to Howie Roseman in the division. There's an in-division tax that you're going to have to pay if you think I'm going to make a deal with you on draft day, right? That is the kind of stuff that is just so enlightening, that we have a GM that is like, are you serious? Like, right. I don't know what you all thought yesterday's Commanders is not today's Commanders.
Not at all.
And
not at all.
That has trickled down into the hiring of the head coach. I know there was a lot of people that wanted Ben Johnson or one of these upstart young coordinators, but I don't think those coordinators would have been able to bring in like an Anthony Lynn and all these other quality coaches that have been successful in other places all together for it to be there. So when you get all of those people together, and then you start bringing in people like a Bobby Wagner, who all of a sudden, we had a lot of talent, but we didn't really have leadership. We had people that were wearing C's on their chest, but they weren't lead. Bobby Wagner is a first ballot Hall of Famer that decided he wanted to come here because of Dan Quinn. And that all leads to the culture. To the culture. So they were all buying in. I'll never forget early on, we got wind and we saw pictures last offseason of players together carrying big, huge logs together in the bubble. And I was like, yo, that's deep. That means, I got you, you got me, and together, this is before they even touched the football. Together, we're going to walk this log up and down the field, right? Offensive guys, defensive guys together.
I remember that.
I was like, what? Then you started seeing phrases on the wall that you were just like, okay, they've just revamped the whole Ashburn experience, from the locker rooms to getting rid of that god-awful turf field. Before any of that, man, you started seeing a lot of paint jobs and a lot of different things on the wall. And one of them that I was like, oh, okay, anybody, anywhere, anytime. And I was like, okay. And they started buying into that. And we have been hearing so much about the culture is going to change and this and that. But if the owner was bad, you only can change the culture, but so much when the top of the organization is bad. So now that he's gone and a new one's in there, look how things have changed around. The NFL draft was not coming here under the old ownership. Things are just not happening under the old ownership. Everybody wants to line up to do business with the Commanders now. And this was even before they had a winning season. They just knew that it was like a breath of fresh air. But Dan Quinn talked a lot about building a culture and then sustaining a culture during the first week of training camp this year. And that's where they are. They're already in the process of building a culture. The sustaining is holding people to standards. And so now the Laramie Tunsil, the Marshawn Lattimores, the Von Millers, the rookies that are coming in, they now have to come under a culture that was built last year. And because there was no culture before, people were coming in doing whatever they wanted to do. Spouting off, talking this, spitting some stuff in the media. That's not happening. That locker room, that facility is airtight. And that has a lot to do with the culture. That's why this is such an exciting season, because they have a legitimate chance. And it's not just talent. It's that culture too. Like people, this is about business. Jaden's kicking people out the puddle because they're false starts. Look, they're like, look, we here. We can't mess around. There's no foolishness here. So
for sure.
Again, that has a lot to do with the culture. Now people coming in, players like that. Players like to be under a coach. And the thing about it is, this is one place in the entire NFL that knows about culture. What Joe Jackson Gibbs and what Bobby Beathard built, people know about that. And if they don't know about it, their parents and their uncles and their aunts told them about it. Right? So the fan base has been told and has been schooled, thoroughly understands what good football is all about. Because we have seen it, heard about it and seen video. There's some cities that have never seen this before.
Yeah.
They don't have any Lombardi trophies. This area has 3. And they
Mhm.
know what it looked like when we were winning the 3. So when you see your past, I don't subscribe for anybody to live in the past, but when you start seeing your past reinvent itself in the future, oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Bobby Beathard and Joe Gibbs have gold jackets.
Yeah.
It worked out pretty well back then.
Yeah.
You see Adam Peters and Dan Quinn, not saying that those two are going to get gold jackets, but I'm saying the competence in those 2 men and how they have changed the culture, it's all
familiar.
there. I mean, Von Miller said it. He goes, "You don't leave Josh Allen in the Bills just for anybody."
Yeah, I love that. I love that. He said it like 3 or 4 times too. He continues.
Yeah, that has more to that has part to do with Jaden, but part to do that Dan Quinn knows how to understand how to treat a veteran that's at the end of the career. And he said, they're going to put him in the situational havoc. Like he's just going to come in and do what he do.
Yeah.
Right. And so where else are you going to find that? That has to do with Dan Quinn. That has nothing to do with Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. That's true. Let's go back to the past and kind of talk about like RFK importance, right? Because I was kind of thinking about that. So you know what, Lou would be the perfect person to answer this. Is the aura about RFK? Is it the memories? Is it DC as a whole in the DMV area, or is it the location? What makes RFK important?
Well, let me first start. The reason why RFK is important, it's important to the owner.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, therein lies. I mean, that answers your question. The owner wants it there. The owner has told us over and over and over again. He remembers going to games with his family at RFK. Drop the mic. That's it. My opinion don't matter.
Yeah.
Right. Me honestly, as long as the team is winning football games, that place could be in Virginia. I know in Philadelphia, the facility and the place that they play is like right next to each other. Oh, I would love that. I mean, but it's just like in Dallas, like they call it one area, they play in another area, their facilities in another area. I mean, that's happening all over the league too. So it all comes down to the owner was very, very clear from the first time we talked to him in the media. He wanted to bring that thing to that. He said he said it recently. RFK and those grounds are the spiritual home of the Washington franchise.
There you go.
That's why it's such a big deal. They'll figure all out the ergonomics and how they're going to whatever, but it's the spiritual home for the owner who is the one that's steering the drink. He wants it there. He wants it there. There's a generation that has no idea how mythical and how unbelievable that place was to go and see events. Right. I saw football games there. My favorite memory, I'm a soccer player. I saw Pele there playing the Washington Diplomats. The New York Cosmos were playing the Washington Diplomats.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm telling you, my memories of RFK go way beyond the Washington Redskins. So it's mythical for a bunch of people in a bunch of different ways. And so I live in Prince George's County. I live in Bowie, which is right near where the stadium is right now. I was kind of getting used to 5-10 minute drives. I knew my way around the traffic areas. I knew back entrances. I knew all kinds of stuff. But it's the owner. The owner from day one wanted that franchise back in its spiritual home where he created memories with his family. So what I feel and what you feel and what everybody else feel, that's irrelevant. That man wants that team that he owns back at the place that brings back childhood memories for him.
That's right. And
then everything else is a byproduct of it, right? Because it's not just the football games. It's concerts. It's the Final Four. It's the Olympics. It's World Cup. All those things that we are missing out. The World Cup is coming to America next year, and Washington is out.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, you don't have the infrastructure. So if anybody in this area wants to go see soccer games, they got to go to Philly or New York. Those are the closest places. There's no reason. It doesn't make any sense why an event that comes to the United States of America with our history in Washington, D.C. area, that it's not there. They need a stadium for much more than just football, much more.
Yeah, I agree. Like when I was a boy, my mother got me a job there, and I was selling Coca-Colas at RFK, and I felt this because I live right there on 19th and Gale. So after the games, they'll like the traffic will flow down a one-way street, and they will stop, they'll get out, they'll sing the song. It was when we won games, it was magnificent. It was awesome.
Hey, I'll tell you, my wife, my girlfriend at the time, she told me that she used to sell pretzels at RFK.
Yeah, there you go.
I said, we're getting married.
Yeah, there it is. But I absolutely loved it. All right, business of the football. We see everything that's going on with Terry McLaurin, but I want to ask you specifically about the situation with Terry McLaurin and like at the Easter Motors when he did his presser, and also the response from Dan Quinn and Adam Peters. As a whole, how would you look at that? Do you think that was, hey, this was pretty good on both sides or not?
I mean, it's first of all, again, I will preface Bobby Wagner, who had the best bite of the entire camp, bar none. He said, sometimes the business of football is minding your own darn business.
Yeah, it is.
And so I'm a reporter. I've been asked to come on your show to give my opinion, but I'm a reporter. I speak in facts.
Yeah.
And the facts are, I don't know if I would have done what Terry did and have a press, gathering after my commercial. Because Doc Walker said it really, really well. You don't telegraph your punches in a negotiation. And so basically he got up there and said this, I'm worth this and whatever. This pup list thing and him on an ankle, and now he's demanding a trade, but he's hugging the owner the next day. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff in there that's just like, okay, they both understand that they're better together than they are apart, right? And I have to give shout out to my frat brother, my line brother. He said, Terry will play for them, but will he play for them? Exactly. There's a play for them because he's under contract. Let's make this perfectly clear. This isn't a free agency thing where he can get other teams to jump into the pot. His agent can get other teams to jump into the pot and spike up the price, right? He is under contract. What he is looking for is a contract extension. And Adam Peters, who, again, I've wanted Adam Peters a lot longer than Terry McLaurin, he says we're not doing that right now. So he tried the holdout, 50 large every single day. He's like, after 4 days, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
And so now you come into the building and there's this, the way he's signing footballs and everything like that, I don't know if that ankle, I don't know what's going on with that, but sooner or later he's going to have to play because he is under contract. He's under contract, and that's the business of football. So he's demanding a trade, which is the next level in all this. Again, I want to tell the Washington Commanders, nation, this is not uncommon. Myles Garrett did the same thing in Cleveland.
Yep.
T. Higgins has done the same thing. Lamar Jackson did the same thing in Baltimore. This happens a lot. People like, yo, why don't he pay the man? And again, I don't know if this is Adam Peters' first time as a GM.
Yeah, and
all that stuff in San Francisco was under Lynch. So this is his first time, and I'm sure there's league implications too. Like, other GMs are like, how are you going to revamp and, reset the market like that? I guess he just doesn't want to do that because he's under contract. Yeah. He's under contract. And they got franchise tags that they can use.
Yeah.
So again, Terry can huff and puff and his agency can huff and puff and try to blow the house down. But at the end of the day, he needs to play because you need to accrue games to get to the next level. You can't sit out a whole year. That's a year lost in accruing your years to make money. So, I'm trying to mind my own business.
Yeah.
I think there's two steps. There's two areas that I don't know if I would have made all the moves Terry made. I don't know if I would have done the things that Adam Peter. But again, I now am leaving it up to two sides to figure it out. And it will get figured out. It will get figured out because, again, your comps are, it happened to Myles Garrett, it happened to T. Higgins, it happened multiple times around the, I mean, I look, I see what's going on in Dallas currently as we are talking with Michael Parsons. But then I see Terry, and the next day he's signing footballs. He's hugging Jaden Daniels' mom. He's hugging Josh Harris. I mean, that don't look like somebody who really want to get out of here, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely agree.
So but I guess you have to do it, because if you're not going to budge, then what's the next move by the agent? Well, I want to request a trade. Yeah. And so now that's made all new. Oh my God, Terry's gone. Terry's under contract.
Right.
You know, and if Adam Peters doesn't want to do anything, it might get ugly in the eyes of the fans, but I want a GM that doesn't care what the fans think.
Exactly.
We've had that. Been there, done that, and got the T-shirt. We've had that.
We've had
that. So it just so happens that Terry's one of the more beloved players in franchise history. That's why this is a tug and a pull. But again, we are, you know, and it's concerning. It's concerning because is Terry going to play, or as my line brother Dave Mayer says, is he going to play? Right. And we want Terry to play because that's why Deebo Samuels was brought in here, so both of those two guys can play together.
Exactly. I mean, Deebo mentioned it the other day.
We are not. That's the leverage that Terry has. This wide receiver room is not hitting on all cylinders with him not in there. And so they got one shot, a couple of shots, because, again, all these coordinators came back for unfinished business. I don't see everybody staying again for a third year. Too many people are going to be enticed by other areas to go. And there's no guarantee. Look what happened to Detroit 2 years ago. They went to the NFC Championship game. Then Washington bounced them out in the divisional round the next day. They brought back all their coordinators. They did have that one injury, huge on the defensive side, but they were like, the Lions were the it. They were the it story. And Washington came and spanked them around in the divisional round. There's no guarantee that this team, the Commanders, are going to get back to the NFC Championship game. And there's really no guarantee that they're going to get to San Francisco for the Super Bowl. But the optics and everything have been put in place with Terry on the field and Jaden in the same offense for another year, which has never happened around here. All that is in place for them to make a deep run, but there is the business of football. And I go back to Bobby Wagner. I'm minding my own business.
Right. So players that are at camp, some standout players on both sides of the ball. Let's start with defense. Who are some standout players through the first couple of weeks of practice? You just give a little bit about why they are standout players.
So obviously Trey Amos is turning heads. He's fun to watch. He's fun to watch, and he's learning next to Marshawn Lattimore, who's another player to watch because, again, he was brought in for this year. He came in the middle of the year. He was hurt. And I'm not saying he's Champ Bailey or anything like that, but he was brought in to shut down or at least let others do their thing by taking the best receiver. And let's be honest, everybody would have struggled with Mike Evans and Brown in the playoffs. Those are some elite receivers. He was hurt. I love what Marshawn Lattimore can do for this entire secondary if he's going to cover the best player and move around and whatnot. So him, I'm not so much him standing out in camp, but I'm excited about him. Back to standouts, Trey Amos, Mikey Sanderstill. That guy, he is growing in confidence, and I'm really, really, excited to see what he could do. I mean, people who know about college football, Nick Saban said he was the best player coming out of the draft when he came out. Him, Not Jaden. Not he was the best. He said Mikey Sanderstill was the best all-around player coming out of the draft. That was Nick Saban who said that. And
I remember.
He was the captain of that defense that won that natty for the Michigan Wolverines. That, and then can I be honest? Javon Kinlaw is a huge human being. I like him. I like him. I like him. I like him. It's hard to pick three, but if I had to, if you pour true serum into me, it's Kinlaw, it's Mikey Sanderstill, and it's Trey Amos on the defensive side. On the offensive side, everybody, obviously, it's that running back, Crosskey Merritt, Ja'Cory Crosskey Merritt. Hopefully, he can add some stability and add some depth to that running back room, because that's the room that's honestly the most under fire right now. That knee production, Saquon Barkley made it perfectly clear that the running back position is coveted in the NFL still, and we need people who are going to run the football. This offensive line has been beefed up not only to protect Jaden Daniels, but to help that running game. And if these running backs, the Eckler, the Rodriguez, the whole group of them, they can't get to that second level of defense with the holes that are being opened now, then we have a real big issue. Crosskey Merritt is one. Lane, the wide receiver, the rookie wide receiver, I like him. I really like him. And the standout for me, second year tackle, guard, whatever they put him at, Brandon Coleman. I really like the way he's progressing, and he's going to make it very easy when Sam Cosmi comes back. They're going to have a whole bunch of things that they can do with Laramie Tunsil. He's just going to be learning. Those are the three that are standing out to me. They're standing out to me.
So I'm starting this new little bit called Rapid Questions. And what it is I'm saying two players, the same position from the past. You pick one of what you would like to have on this defense right now.
Two players from the past that you want me to plop into the current roster.
Yep, I'm going to give you two players, and you choose one that you will put in this current roster.
Okay.
You ready? All right, you got three. First one, Sean Springs or Fred Smoot?
Into this current roster.
Yep.
Both in their prime?
Both in their prime. All primes.
I got to go with Springs.
All right, let's see.
In the prime. In the prime.
You're saying Smoot. All right. Next one in their primes, Brian Orakpo or Marcus Washington?
Marcus Washington.
Hands down.
Marcus Washington.
Hands down. I love it. All right. Now this one, this gonna be a tough one right here. It's gonna be a tough one. And one of these players I love. All right. Are you gonna go right now in their prime? You're gonna go Chris Samuels or Trent Williams?
Oh, that's a good. God bless America. I'm gonna have to pass now. In their prime, wow.
In their primes.
I don't know if I can do it, bro. Man.
Some people saying it's tough. Some people taking Trent.
You know what? I might have to go with Trent. The nimbleness of Trent Williams in his prime was a little bit better than the nimbleness of Chris Samuels. But it's a 1-1. That was the closest one out of the three that you gave me. Although Fred Smoot is a little closer to Sean Springs, but I just in the prime, Sean was good.
Yeah.
I mean, most of that prime was in Seattle. So it's kind of like, but if you want me to plop him into right now, yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, and the reason why I say that with Marcus, I think Marcus would fit in a lot with Frankie Louvu and Bobby Wagner more than Brian Arakpo. I just feel I watched him when he came here and working with Sean Taylor and just that whole area. I mean, he was, yeah, I'm confident with Marcus Washington. That Trent Williams and Chris Samuels, that was, you look in the car, objects in your rear view mirror are closer than they appear. Those two, woo! I mean, wow. Yeah, I did that. I saw both of their careers from beginning to the end for one, and the beginning, I mean, it's in San Francisco now, but I mean, the nimbleness of Trent Williams.
There it is. Yep.
Go with that.
Lou, we got a special rapid question, and this is Smoke. He's on our Friday show. Fandom Has No Intelligence. That's a wild show. He's giving you two. He's saying Prime Cooley or Jordan Reed.
So Jordan Reed was never healthy. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, your best ability is your availability.
Yeah,
so I have to go with Chris Cooley.
Yeah.
Jordan Reed was magical for 3 days. I'm serious. There's not enough sample size for me to even pick Jordan Reed because he was never available. And that's not his fault. He just got hurt.
Yeah.
It was like Grant Hill at the beginning of his career. He was just hurt all the time. Yeah. And it was just hard. Chris Cooley produced. And I hope that Ben Sinnott becomes the next Chris Cooley. And that's what we were told. Like, he's going to be a matchup problem because Zach Ertz is on the end of his career. Yeah. We need Ben Sinnott to step up. So, but I have to say Chris Cooley over Jordan Reed. And these are fun. I like these over Jordan Reed because Jordan Reed was just never available. He doesn't have enough sample size for me.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much.
Give me one more. I know you got one more. Oh, these are good. I've been covering this team for 23 years. This is the best. Give me one more. All
right, let's go to the comments. Y'all got one more? Y'all got one more down there? I know they got one more down there.
We can save it for next time then. If it don't happen, we can save it for next time. We
definitely gonna have more. I'm gonna have more for Lou. Thank you so much for joining us, Lou. You want to put out how we're how anyone is able to reach out to you?
Yeah. I mean, right now I'm doing a lot of stuff on my YouTube channel, The Holder Hangout. Got some good stuff in there from Will Harris to Brandon Coleman to Frankie Louvu to there's I interviewed so many people out there. It's some good stuff. So that's where I'm putting all my stuff out there. Got a good one with Brian Mitchell talking about Santana Moss and Art Monk and their numbers being retired and honored and things of that nature.
There you go. There you go, right there.
What you want?
Prime Art Monk, Prime Santana.
I mean, are you really? Was that where we're really going? I mean, Arthur Monk. I mean, that's
all day, right?
I mean, in his prime. I mean, he set records. He set records. Santana is no slouch.
Oh, we got 100 of them coming in now.
Art Monk. Art Monk. I mean, that's not even fair.
We got 100 coming. You done started something now, Lou. Clinton Portis or Alfred Morris?
Come on, Clinton Portis.
Terry or Santana?
Mm-hmm. Santana for me.
All right. Somebody had Santana or D-Jax. Well, he wasn't really here that long.
Yeah. D-Jax was only here for a minute. He's more Philly guy that we took back, Santana. Yeah, Santana. These are all good. These are really good. These are really good. I love them. I love him. I love him. The next time I come on, let's have some more. Let's
Oh,
have
yeah,
some,
I'm gonna have some more for you.
throwing some kickers and all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We
Let me get it in.
we got best names.
Right.
Ifeanyi Ohalete. Remember him?
Oh man, yeah, we was talking about him last week. I think we was talking about him last week.
Yeah, but no, it's gonna be a fun season. A real talk. It's gonna be a fun season. This team is, I mean, there was lightning in the bottle last year. I don't want fans to think that they're going to run the table like they did before, have all these Hail Marys and this and this and that. There's going to be pockets of struggle. There's going to be pockets of excellence. There's games that we should have lost. They should have lost, but won. And there's games that they won, but should have lost. That Pittsburgh Steelers game, I mean, Zach Ertz did get the yardage. I mean, come on, man. I mean, there were so many games, but then there was others that they should have won. Yeah. So I just feel that the game of football is an up and down. They're not going to win all the games. Fan is short for fanatics. Sometimes you got to put your fandom down and be realistic. This is the NFL. But at the end of the day, this team has a franchise quarterback. And can I say this one thing as I leave?
Yeah.
I think what's not being talked about enough to me, and here's the wise Lou that has been covering this team for so long. The one thing that has not been talked about enough is what Adam Peters and Dan Quinn did with bringing Doug Williams back into the building to mentor Jaden Daniels. I don't think that can be overstated enough. Mm-hmm. He loves that young man, and that young man reveres him. I mean, the first game of the season last year, go back to the tape, he wore a Doug Williams jersey to the game.
I remember. Yep.
Him being there, no one can teach Jaden Daniels how to play quarterback in Washington, D.C. as an African-American young man better than Doug Williams.
That's right.
Nobody. It's a room of one.
Man, that's a great point.
It's a room of one. He has all the skill sets. But between the ears, who is talking to Jaden Daniels? Who is his mentor telling him how to navigate being a quarterback in Washington, D.C.? Doug Williams is there. And I don't think that is the side of football that people are not talking about. You can't tell me that Jason Campbell, Dwayne Haskins, Robert Griffin III, Sam Howell, Taylor Heineke would have wanted some mentoring like that every single day while they were playing quarterback. None of them had it. The black quarterbacks didn't have it. The white quarterbacks didn't have it. Nobody had it. Doug Williams is an institution, and the way the last organization treated him was criminal. Criminal. He's now back where he belongs in that building, and a lot of what Jaden Daniels is succeeding about is because Doug Williams is there as his mentor, and I think that needs to be talked about a lot more. A lot more.
Yeah, I agree. Wow. Yeah, because 2012 could have definitely used some Doug.
Oh, man. Doug. Yeah. I mean, there's certain people that I've even talked to that said, like, I don't know if Robert would even listen to Doug. I don't, but I know Jason would have. I know Jason would have. I know Jason would have. And I know there was a number of quarterbacks that, black or white, would been able to just soak up all the knowledge and all the he's an institution. Yeah. He's an institution, and to go out there and to see him being revered again, all these players coming back, and the ownership doing it the right way, it's just fun. It's just really, really fun. But for me personally, watching what happened to Doug and now seeing him being revered in that building and him actually having a place where he belongs, mentoring this young man, I think that is the story that not many more people need to be talking about. More need to be talking about, because there's a lot of mentoring going on the field, off the field. I've seen Von Miller start talking to Frankie Louvu. I've seen, Deebo Samuels talking to. I've seen all of these young talent being learned on the field by the older talent. But man, it all with the quarterback, there's only one person. There's only one person in this whole region that can properly teach Jaden Daniels how to play quarterback in Washington, D.C. as an African American, and he's right there in the building where he belongs. And I think that is, to me, one of the more genius moves that they made early on is bringing Doug Williams back into the building, knowing that they were going to draft this quarterback and having him work with him. Doug is in his ear all the time. I've talked to Doug. Doug and Jaden have a very, very good relationship. Go back to the tapes, the Arizona game. They're hugging one another. They're on the field with him. He knows exactly. He's telling him how to treat the media. Doug Williams has his imprint all over this young man's career so far, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
That's great. Like, this is like, I do clips of the shows.
Yeah.
Doug, this is going to be the first clip that goes out.
Thank you. I mean, it's not because, I mean, I'm not, no lies detected, right?
No, none at all.
No lies detected.
Great point.
People are not talking about how revered Doug Williams is, but he is with that man, that young man, every single day. Every single day. Some of the stuff we see, but a lot of the stuff I know we don't see. And that's why that young man's head is on so straight. Mm-hmm. That's why. It's not just his physical ability. We've had many quarterbacks come through here that have been physically talented.
True.
Right. But have we had a fine mixture of physically talented and proper mentorship? Mm-hmm. I mean, Marcus Mariota is the backup and he's helping him as far as his skin color and his ability and a MVP quarterback from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, perfect.
It's perfect. It's perfect. And that's why we are in good shape, because Jaden isn't going to do anything stupid on social media. He's not going to be all over the place on social media. He's going to run his organization with his mom and Doug and everybody else in the building. He's going to make proper moves along the way, and that's what we want. That's what we want. That's what we want. So
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Lou. Thank you.
Hey, this was fun. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, especially the rapid fire. That's good. That's good. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer.
No, not
my answers. I mean, that's just from what I've seen.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah. So thank you. We know, and everyone in the comments, everyone that's watching and listening, we know all of your time is valuable. For you to spend it with us, we absolutely appreciate it. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart, one love. I didn't make it true, playing by the rules. I come apart, but never cool. I didn't make it true, playing by the rules. I come apart, but never cool. Man, we've been waiting a long time for this, baby. Redzone in the Lab, Commanders. It's time. Let's get it, homie.